Playoff time has come, where you must show your worth in this league, and Joe Burrow and the Bengals did just that last Saturday against the Raiders in their wildcard matchup. Today we're going to break down Joe Burrow's first playoff appearance, where he played an excellent game and was able to break the Bengals' playoff win drought of the past 31 years. Both the Raiders and the Bengals had great stories coming into the playoffs, and they delivered on a great game right down to the wire. We're going to start on the Bengals' first possession with a 2nd and 7 situation. The Raiders are showing a one-high safety shell, and corners playing off the line of scrimmage, which Burrow can assume best to be cover 3 zone. The Bengals are running a version of the Yankee concept, where off of play action, Chase will run a deep out route, and T. Higgins has a deep hook to hold the middle linebackers. This can essentially leave Chase one-on-one with his man, since Higgins will draw attention to the interior, leaving Chase to do what he does best and make a double move to create separation. What's great here is not only Burrow's on-the-money throw, but Chase's move to get open on this play. The deep third defender has his hips facing towards the field, so he can leverage on the inside if Chase runs up the middle, the hole in a cover 3 zone. But Chase makes a great move, jabbing towards the inside as if he was making a post route, then coming back outside, crossing the defender's hips, and having clear separation for the catch. Burrow's mechanics here are textbook, which is something you will continue to see throughout the video. 3 plays later, and the Raiders are once again showing a similar pre-snap look of cover 3 to Joe Burrow. The play call here is a play-action screen pass to Mixon, and the Bengals execute this perfectly. Defenses can sniff out a screenplay, so you have to time everything to a T, beginning with Burrow's handoff. If you recall from the last play, Burrow sold the handoff and the idea of a run play to hold the linebackers. Here, he doesn't try and sell it, it's a bad play action, but that's fine, because that only has the linebackers move back into coverage sooner to open up more area for the screen. The offensive line also does a great job of selling a regular play action by jamming the middle and holding their blocks enough for the linemen to go after Burrow and not Mixon when he fades off. Now look when Mixon gets the ball. He does have a lineman near him which he can outpace, but he now has all of this space to run, and he is able to make it near the goal line to set up the Bengals for a touchdown. Great play execution by the Bengals offense on this play. Now the next set of downs. We got a 3rd and goal here. I love how Joe Burrow plays this, using his eyes to hold that middle linebacker towards the middle, right up until he is ready to throw it to Uzomah in the open zone for a touchdown. The Raiders are in another zone coverage, so it's Uzomah's job to find the hole in the zone coverage and make sure he can be ready for Burrow to fire it in if necessary. Burrow takes a quick 3-step drop before shifting his feet towards where he is throwing and has a quick release to catch the defense off guard. This is exactly what you want to be seeing from your young quarterback, great mechanics, especially down in the red zone where it counts. If you watched my Ja'Marr Chase breakdown, you would have seen plenty of this. Man coverage on Chase, and a perfect throw to the back shoulder by Burrow for a huge gain. Burrow and Chase's chemistry is on another level after playing together at LSU, and it is only amplified since being in the NFL. As I mentioned in my Chase video, he doesn't do too well when jammed at the line of scrimmage, but the defender decides to play over top coverage to prevent Chase from overtaking him, causing Chase to have a free release. What is key about the back shoulder throw is not to tip off the defender, by the receiver putting up their hands at the last second. If you turn too early, the defender will also look back and shift to underneath coverage and deflect the ball. The defender does fall down on this play, whether it was from a shove by Chase is unclear, but this also just shows Chase's swiftness in stopping and turning his full body while at top speed, something that is difficult to do. Even though this next play ended in an incompletion, I like Burrow's eye movement and pocket awareness on this play. Younger quarterbacks tend to drop their eyes when shifting in the pocket, which can lead to missing a receiver being wide open in their route. Burrow does a great job at looking for his key routes, and when they are not open, scrambles out to the right to avoid the pressure from the left, keeping his eyes up and trying to find an open receiver before passing it to Mixon for an incompletion. Remember this play for later. The next drive, the Raiders do a little disguising by starting with a one high safety, but right before the play begins, drops their second safety out, turning this into a cover 2 zone. Since this wasn't a Tampa 2 coverage where the Mike linebacker plays deeper, the best area to hit is the middle of the field, which Uzomah will be in for this post route to split the safeties. During the play, the Sam linebacker moves with Uzomah because he knows he's about to go into the hole of their zone coverage. This is great defense because yes, it is zone coverage, but when somebody goes into your zone, it turns into man coverage and he's identifying the zone's weakness. But watch Burrow here make such a confident throw over the linebacker and right into the breadbasket for Uzomah. I mean, this is what you want to see out of a young quarterback and prove he is the guy. A close game in the playoffs and the confidence that he can make that throw with the defender draped over his tight end. I know Bengal fans love that one. Once again, just another display of great pocket awareness by Burrow here. You have Max Crosby containing the edge of the pocket so Burrow cannot scramble. However, he shifts up in the pocket feeling the pressure while keeping his eyes up and downfield before jumping it off to Mixon for a short gain. You can see Burrow's initial intention was to drop back and out. After his drop, he takes a step back, whoop, not that way, feels the pressure up, shifts his feet right, and makes a clean throw. 2 plays later, we got another third down by the goal line with the Raiders in another zone coverage, but this time they played it well, taking away every option for Burrow. Burrow does a good job of shifting up in the pocket and away from the QB spy the Raiders had set in place, keeping his eyes open for any chance of receiver open in the end zone, then finding Uzomah in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. It is almost impossible to try and defend this type of improvised route. 25 of the defense sees Uzomah uncovered and goes over to him, only for Uzomah to shift back where he came from and at a perfect time for Burrow to lob it up for him to catch. Good job of keeping the play alive by Burrow and giving his receivers the opportunity to make a play. Okay, now we're in the second half, and I really like this run play here. It is called a misdirection, since Mixon's first step is to the opposite side of where he actually intends to run, causing the linebackers to also take their first step to that side. Linebackers are meant to also key off the offensive linemen and their movements, so the right guard takes a jab step to the left as well, before pulling to the right side. All of this in a moment's notice will cause the linebackers to hesitate, which is all that is needed in a run play, since the linebackers can often disrupt runs in the second level and prevent a big gain. With both guards pulling, that brings enough blockers in front of Mixon to pick up a 10-yard gain and a first down. Late in the game, the Bengals only have a 3-point lead, 3rd down and 7, so where does Burrow go? Of course it's going to be Ja'Marr Chase. I mean, of course. Trust me, this is not the same play from earlier. We have Chase one-on-one again with the over-top coverage. Burrow throws it to Chase's back shoulder perfectly, and only putting his hands up at the last second, Chase gives himself the best chance to catch the ball. This duo is something special to watch for the next decade. The very next play, the Raiders actually use this hybrid coverage that has become popular in this year's NFL. It is a spin on the cover 3 and Tampa 2 defense, where the base is cover 3, but one of the linebackers will be a Tampa defender and play deeper in the middle of the field, which can confuse the quarterback's post-snap read. However, with this high-low crossing route designed by the Bengals, Burrow is keying off these linebackers and who takes which receiver, so the defender cannot be right on this play. If 42 stays underneath to take Chase coming into his zone, then Burrow throws it to Boyd, but if 42 goes up to take Boyd, that hole is right where Chase will be. This play got the Bengals into field goal range to help make it a 6-point lead and force the Raiders to have to score a touchdown. The Bengals defense played great and came up clutch on the last play of the game to prevent the Raiders from scoring, and with that win, ended their 31-year drought without a playoff win. This game just showed that Bengal fans can look forward to many more of these throughout the next few years, with a solid young core of players and one of the best quarterbacks of the next generation. The Bengals travel to Nashville this week to take on the Titans, and I cannot wait to see that matchup. My breakdowns of the playoff matchups will continue with games and performances that interest me. Expect at least 2 from the divisional round, and I might make more depending on my schedule. I have not uploaded in a while because of my job, and I just recently had a move, so I was tied down. But I'm ready for these playoffs, and I cannot wait to bring out more content. Make sure to subscribe to check them out.